Hi team, Ginny here from Outlook for Life, coming to you from my garden today. Now you know I'm always banging on about looking after your physical health, eating a whole food plant-based diet, moving your body, building strength, managing your weight and all of that good stuff. But today I want to talk to you about something that's just as important, and that is your inner mental and emotional health, because you can be eating all of the broccoli and lentils and good stuff in the world, but if you're carrying stress, guilt and low self-worth and all that mental clutter, it will affect your physical health. It will affect your hormones, your sleep, your blood sugar, and absolutely for sure your weight. Did you know that I was delighted to find out last week there is a thing called nature deficit disorder, and it describes what happens when as human beings we are disconnected from the natural world, and it affects thousands of women in New Zealand, even in our beautiful clean green country, because we spend more time in cars, offices, shops and towns than we do out in nature. Research shows that even just 20 minutes a day in nature can lower your blood pressure, reduce your resting heart rate, and ease cortisol levels. And if you're a woman over 40, you probably know that cortisol is a great contributor to weight gain and belly fat. The Japanese even have a word for it, which I think, bear with me, is Shinrin-yoku, which means forest bathing. Isn't that beautiful? Just standing in the bush or in the trees and absorbing nature and just letting yourself be. How wonderful that that's called forest bathing. I think it's great. It's one of the reasons that we're heading to Bali next week with a small group of incredible women for a retreat focused not just on food and fitness, but also on slowing down and reconnecting to ourselves. Each day we're going to be doing some mindfulness and journaling and simple self-care, if you like, practices to help us get out of our heads and into the present moment. So we're going to be doing things like, a workshop on coming home to you, creating space for stillness and imagining your future self. Loving the body that you're in. Like I always say to you guys, you have to fall in love with your before photo. Because if you don't like yourself very much, well, that's Isla in the background, I've got Garrett down here. If you don't like yourself very much, you're not going to look after yourself. You have to learn to love the body that you're in. You have to honor it with food and nourish it from a place of love, not punish it with food or eat out of guilt, and we need to tune in to being surrounded by gratitude and reclaiming our joy. I go, oh my God, isn't this fantastic? I'm here sitting in my garden. Let's just let go of all of that other shit. It doesn't matter. Now, if you're a science-based realist like me, this might all sound a bit woo-woo. And it did to me at first, but trust me, this work is life-changing. And as I've got older, I've really come to realize the value of it. And that doesn't mean that I'm sitting down all day navel gazing, but honestly, it doesn't. But I do start each morning by writing my thoughts, getting the noise out of my head, looking at some of the stuff that comes out of my head, which frankly is ridiculous, wondering whether they are thoughts that I want to hang on to, that I want to believe, or that I'd really rather just let go. We have on average 67,000 thoughts a day, and a lot of them are the same thoughts that we had yesterday and the day before. This is how beliefs are formed, and a lot of them aren't true. And a lot of them aren't things that we want to necessarily stick with or to be our reality. So I ask myself, is this thought true? Like I write it down. Is this true? Do I want to believe it? Is it helpful? Or is it time just to let it go? I used to think I was the world's worst emotional eater. I used to tell myself daily I was fat and ugly and useless. You know, what a way to live. Now I tell myself how lucky I am to exist, to live in this amazing universe, to have my fleeting few times round the sun, and I relish it and I love every minute of it. So it helps me to show up calmer and way more present for my family, for my clients, for Isla. It's been cold. We had a frost this morning, so they've got their coats on still, and myself. So here's my invitation to you. Get out in nature today. It didn't look like this when I walked this morning. It was frosty and misty and horrible. But get out today, even for just 10 minutes. No phone, no earbuds, just be. Start a journaling practice. Give it a go. No rules, no pressure. Just write shit down and see what happens. And ask yourself, what's one belief that I've been holding on to that might be holding me back that I can let go of? That's not any longer serving me. If you'd love to join us next time, we'll be going to Bali again in 2026 in July. And we're also going to be heading to the blue zones. We're going to Okinawa in April next year. I'll share more details soon, but until then, take care of your body, yes, but also take care of your whole self. Your inner peace is powerful, powerful medicine. If you find this helpful, if you found this helpful even, give it a like and subscribe, and feel free to share this video with someone who needs a little reminder to slow down and let some of the outside shit go and just go inside and just focus on what's important. Thank you for listening. See you guys.